When I first found out about the water leak, I was actually in Ripley working for the day, and it was on Twitter. I'd just checked briefly, and there was a proclamation from Governor Tomblin that said, "Do not use the water in Charleston." And that was really kind of the gist of it. I didn't know what else to expect, and I was just looking for more answers, as everybody was, I'm sure, but it was just kind of a panic thing, thinking that the water is out. There is no water. Do not use your water.
I was live on the air when the governor's first tweet went out basically announcing that this had happened. And at first, we didn't really know what that meant. I was on the set, I was anchoring, as I said, and so I immediately sent a note to our assignment editor and said, check into this, let's see what this is. And finished anchoring the rest of that segment of the newscast. During the commercial break, came out, checked in, we'd gotten a little more information. We'd confirmed that yes, this came from the governor's office and it is a do not use order.
When we don't have water, it creates a serious situation, and not one that's just, environmentalists care about it. Everybody cares about it. Citizens care about it. Businesses care about it. It's wildly important to us, and we see it when we realize it when it's gone, or when it's not available to us.
The atmosphere in Charleston, as far as people who did not have direct access to well water or other immediately available supplies, but was mixed. I've never, ever seen the community of West Virginia come together in a way that people did during the water crisis.
Water is a prevalent feature in the state of West Virginia, and certainly some of its most remarkable places are its rivers. When we think about places like the New River or the Gauley River or the Cranberry River. And then when we couple that with some of the major river systems like the Monongahela River and the Kanawha River, places where historic conduits of coal and steel and major economic drivers in terms of industry development along the canal. So rivers are a huge component of the West Virginia landscape.
I distinctly remember when the do not use bans were lifted, people were able to flush their pipes. And we were explaining to people, this is the process that we've been told, this is the multi-step process you go through to flush out your pipes. But there were all these residual questions. Will any of the MCHM stay in my pipes? Will it cling to the metal? And what about my hot water heater? And no matter how many times we would explain the process as it had been explained to us, viewers weren't believing what they were hearing and what they were seeing, because there had been that confusion in the beginning, and because there had been some mixed messaging early on and then throughout the rest of the process. And when that trust is broken, it's very difficult to regain that. And that was the biggest problem I think we faced, not only during the crisis, but months and months and months after.
I think that as a direct result of the chemical spill into the water system in Charleston, that there was a trust broken that may never be repaired. I think that even today, there are a percentage of families in West Virginia and Charleston that do not trust this water system, and they don't want to do anything with it. It's like a dish. If you take a dish and you throw that on the ground and it shatters, even if you reassemble the pieces well, it's still just not going to be the same. And that is how I believe the public views the water system in Charleston at this point.